Well, hello, my beautiful people. Good morning, good morning. It's your boy Big Ghost Rider here, man. I want to say happy Saturday to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Your boy back. As you guys come into the stream, I ask that you guys will like the video, double tap your screen, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. This is day number 86 that I've been on the road. Legal Wars Live, you know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know, been touring America, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all haven't liked the video, double tap the screen for me. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure y'all hit that notification bell. If you guys do not know, Leticia James has just been indicted. It's just so funny, man. I just talked about this. I had a stream on Thursday, I believe it was. It was about AG Bondi. While I was talking about AG Bondi, all you guys got to do is just go back to the live stream tab and click on the Thursday's live stream, the last live stream before this one. While I was talking about AG Bondi, some dude said he came on a live stream. He said I had the same talking points. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we see that AG Bondi, she just indicted Leticia James. And we was just talking about her about to do that. You know what I'm saying? Look, I think we're in a point of no return as far as the political climate and President Trump making peace with the Democrats. Maybe, just maybe, the government shutdown could yield some kind of results, but I'm not sure, guys. We're going to get into the story, though, right now. And then I'll comment as I go along, give you guys analysis. If you guys have not liked the video, I ask that y'all double tap the screen for me. If you're on a cell phone, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. So our source for today's news story is Politico, and it was published on October the 9th, just a few days ago. Leticia James, 2-count federal indictment, is a crescendo in her bitter legal battle with President Donald Trump. If you guys did not know, Miss James, AG James, she indicted President Trump. They've been going at it for a minute, and President Trump has had her high, very high on his indictment list. The Democratic New York Attorney General for years made Trump a focal point of her office's high-profile case against his family's business empire. The accumulation of a 2018 campaign pledge to pursue the Republican president, who she called illegitimate. Sucky, good morning, good morning. We're in America, of course. If you guys, as y'all come into the stream, I ask that y'all double tap y'all screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Also, Republicans, independents, and Democrats. It don't matter who you are. I invite you guys early on this Saturday morning to jump down in the comments, man. Let y'all voices be heard, man. What y'all think about the Leticia James indictment? Now, the roles have been reversed. Trump's Department of Justice is driving ahead with a mortgage fraud case against James that a U.S. attorney considered too flimsy to prosecute. The charges were then initiated by Trump's handpicked prosecutor in Virginia. Guys, we talked about this, man. So President Trump, he feels like the Democrats did him wrong. It's not the same talking points, or it might be the same talking points, but it's just facts. He felt like he was indicted 5 times. He shouldn't have been indicted 5 times. He felt like someone tried to assassinate him. Someone shouldn't have tried to assassinate him. So listen, I'm listening to Stephen Miller. And I'm listening to Stephen Miller do an interview with Jake Tapper. And while he's doing that interview, he constantly is using the word terrorist when he's talking about Americans. When he's talking about Antifa, he's using the word terrorist. And Jake Tapper keep on asking him, he's saying, hey, Stephen Miller, are they terrorists? Why are they terrorists? And that's what we're talking about right now. This is what's going on right now. Guys, I'm going to keep on with the story, and I'm going to get into the unity conversation that I've been having. The corrosive fight has served the political purposes of both James, the first black woman elected to statewide office in New York, and a president who insisted an array of Democrats have conducted lawfare against him and his allies. We hear a lot of people talk about racist things. What you guys think? We hear a lot of people say that the battle between President Trump and the conservative right against black women. A lot of people feel like that the conservative DEI. Have we heard those conversations? So it's like Leticia James is on the forefront of the battle between what I would say DEI, you know what I'm saying, and the forward moving or progression of America. And James stands to receive a massive boost from her Democratic allies in this deep blue state as she runs for a third term next year. Basically, what that's saying is that, man, New York is supporting Leticia James. You know, President Trump's from New York. You know, President Trump's a Republican. You know, Leticia James a Democrat. You know, Leticia James prosecuted him, man. And now he brought charges against her. You know, in a video statement soon after the indictment was made public, James blasted the move as further weaponization of the justice system by Trump during his second term. She stood by her office case against the Trump organization in a silver suit steaming from the company overstating the value of his assets. If you guys have not liked the video, make sure y'all like the video for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Leon says, check out the Temple of Zeus. Jeb said he's talking to Kevin. He's saying he's playing too many video games. Look, guys, this is all I'm saying. And it's real simple for me. I say this all the time. President Trump, he has a beef or he has a gripe with the Democrats. He felt like they weaponized the Justice Department against him. How I feel like most Americans would feel about that conversation, if you on the left, you feel like he's a criminal. And if you on the right, you agree with them. What I would say is it matters what the independents think. This is what Big Ghost think, man. Big Ghost think that there's no way in the world you could say that they didn't in some way weaponize the Justice Department against President Trump. They did. In some way. I'm not saying it's a full weaponization of the Justice Department, but in some way, form, or fashion, they did. They came after him hard, nonstop. You could start whenever he was in the White House. He got impeached 2 times. 2 times. Imagine a president getting impeached 2 times and then coming back and winning an election after he was multiple attempts to assassinate him and 5 indictments. So regardless of whether you where you stand on, that's why he won the election, I would argue, because the independents look at it like it was a politicization of the Justice Department. So you Democrats have to look at it like that, like, yes, the independents look at it like, yeah, they did politicize the Justice Department against President Trump. So it's retribution. It's revenge. That's point blank, period. I don't care how you say it. Look, you could say that what he did on September the 6th, he's a criminal, yada, 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 yada. He's a convict. Maybe he is, but the American people keep voting for him. So what I'm saying is what happened to him, in my opinion, the Democrats have to own that. They have to own what they did to him. Good morning, Omar. Omar said if he has been a beef with a political party, he shouldn't be president. He was charged for crimes he was rightly suspected of, and he committed impeachable offenses. That's hard to argue with, what Omar said. That's hard to argue with. But what I'm saying is, Omar, what can we do? He was reelected. So he is the sitting U.S. president. The only thing you can say is that he was not elected fairly or he was illegally elected. But saying that he shouldn't have gotten another opportunity to run, we had that fight. We hashed that out. They gave him the opportunity. Whether we agree with it or not, Omar, what we should have done is we should have beat him in the election. That's how you do that. If you didn't beat him in the election, he won the election fair and square. He is the duly elected president of the United States. So, Omar, that being said, like, you are right. Like, it makes it hard to govern when he has, listen, in President Trump's mind, Omar, he's not looking at this situation like, hey, I'm getting retribution or I'm getting revenge against the Democrats. That's not how he's looking at this. He's looking at this like they're criminals. It's a real tough argument to have, Omar. You could say, yes, maybe he shouldn't be president again. If he had a problem against the Democrats in the first place, that makes a whole lot of sense. Because in my mind, how can you govern correctly? How can you govern properly if you're sitting there with on your mind retribution? But then if you listen to his side of the argument, he said what they did to him is almost criminal. He didn't say almost, he said it is criminal. So Omar, it's hard to say where you go. If you are Omar, I know, my brother, that you are Democratic, and I know you are on the left. So your argument, you have very valid points in your argument. And I know what President Trump is saying. If you just take yourself out of your shoes, you take yourself out of your body and you put it in his shoes, his body, and his mind. Omar, imagine if somebody had put bullets by your ear. Omar, imagine if bullets came by your ear, my brother. Imagine if you had been indicted 5 times. You, Omar, Quab, Jen, Simon, Derek, imagine if you had been indicted 5 times. Imagine if you had bullets by your ear. Omar, the gist of your argument, I do not argue with it, correct? I think it's absolutely correct. Someone in that position who has been through what President Trump been through to win an election and become president again, golly, bruh. But it happened, and we're here. And I don't see no way forward without him fully going after the people. Adam Schiff, I think he's going to try. I don't know if he'll be able to get Adam Schiff. He's a sitting U.S. senator, but he's going to try. Adam Schiff, you next on the list, my brother. He's trying. He got James Comey. He got Leticia James. Whether the charges are stick, we'll talk about that in just a second. But I'm saying he coming after his political opponents. And what Omar is saying is correct. Omar said he's a liar, though, and you're not a Democrat. So, Omar, what are you? You are independent? Because I think that's very important, Omar, if you are independent. You know what I'm saying? We conducted a 2-year investigation based on the facts and the evidence, not politics. This is what Ms. James is saying about her prosecution against President Trump. Judges have upheld the trial's court finding that Donald Trump and his company and his 2 sons are liable for fraud. And Ms. James, I'm not saying that you're not correct. I'm not saying that, look, I don't think that if Donald Trump, the man, not the president, if Donald Trump is being honest, I don't think that honestly he would say that he has not done wrong in his past as a businessman. He might not come out and say that on TV. He might not come out in a situation where he could be prosecuted, but let's be real. I'm saying Big Ghost is a litigator, and people today will look at me and say, hey, like I'm some kind of perfect or good dude. I'm not perfect or good, bro. I've done a bunch of wrong in my past, and I'm not even President Trump. But I'm saying from what we know of President Trump, from the hanging with Epstein, at the least, hanging with Jeffrey Epstein, with his business deals, his business associations, his bankruptcies, yada, 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 yada. It's just like it's his past coming up to catch up with him. My whole argument, Omar, and I understand you're not a Democrat. Good morning, Stirlo. We have one of our channel members in the stream right now. Make sure y'all double tap the screen as y'all come in, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. My whole argument, Miss James, AG James, I know you're right with what you're saying overall. I know that President Trump in his past has done illegal things. I know y'all felt like he tried to overthrow the government because he was mad at the outcome of the election, right, wrong, or indifferent, and you feel like he need to be charged. But what I'm trying to say is, it's the timing. Omar, it's the timing. Henry, it's the timing. Ty, it's the timing, baby. That's my thing about it. It's the timing. It's like Miss Leticia James. It's the same thing with Jeffrey Epstein. It's like, why do you wait 10 years to try to prosecute someone that you got in the clear the rights? So what I'm saying is even though Leticia James, listen to me, baby. Y'all gotta listen to Ghost. What I'm saying, bro, is so profound, man. You ain't gonna hear this from nowhere else. If y'all on a cell phone, double tap that screen for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. What I'm trying to say is, Miss James, I know you representing the people in your district. That's her words. Let me go look at her words. This is her words. Her words. Okay? Hold on a second. Let's get her words to what she said, why she did it. Okay, she said she stand by her case. You know, she's an elected official. She conducted a 2-year investigation, and him and his sons are liable for fraud. Listen, what I'm trying to say, listen to me. They know, just like the judges know that President Trump, what he did in AG Bondi and removing that prosecutor who first looked at the case and putting a new. So there's an opportunity for Leticia James to get those charges dismissed on malicious prosecution. Guys, you could look up malicious prosecution. All that's basically mean is, listen, you can't bring a lawsuit, excuse me, because you're trying out of malice. You see what I'm saying? I'm mad at you, so I'ma sue you. You can't do that. That's illegal. You can't do it civilly, and you definitely shouldn't do it criminally, because you're trying to put somebody in jail. You're going to mess their life up. That's called malicious prosecution. I'm not saying this not what happened. I'm not saying that President Trump and AG Bondi don't have the charges on Leticia James and make them stick, but that's all I'm saying. And then what I'm saying, and on the other side, it's both sides. It's two sides. On the other side, it looked the same way against President Trump. Listen, Leticia James. Listen to me, baby. I'm a fair person. I'm an honest person. I see it from both sides. I see what you're saying about President Trump. Like I'm saying, the problem I have with it is y'all know he was whatever, but why you wait till now? And why I say the people in your district, because the people in your district are from the state of New York. The same state President Trump from. I could see if President Trump was from North Dakota. I could see if President Trump was from Idaho. He from New York. Y'all from New York. The people from New York. You want to bring charges saying he's a fraudster. It just looks political. President Trump, whatever he is today, he was a lot worse 20 years ago. Omar, am I right or wrong? Whatever President Trump is today, he was 35,000 times worse 20 years ago. So my question is, why you don't bring the charges on him 20 years ago? You got him dead to right. You got it's the same thing with Bill Cosby, bro. They try to bring charges on him 100 years later. He an old man. It's the same thing with Puff Daddy. You bring charges. I'm saying, why you wait so long? If you have a problem with President Trump and he's a convict and he's a criminal and you trying to get him, but you're going to bring charges on him because he's a bad person. Oh, well, you knew he was you been knew he was a bad person. I'm saying, why you bring them charges now? That's what looks political, AG James. We're not saying that he didn't do something wrong in his past. He might have done something wrong in his past. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. It's like when they have him dead to rights and you got him to pin him, you could pin him right now, but you don't pin him, but you sitting there holding the stuff on Jeffrey Epstein and you know he molested children, but you let him keep molesting children. And then after he's dead, you get like some kind of justice or some guilt trip after he's dead. Like, it's a little too late for them charges, in my opinion. Do you guys agree? That's what makes it look political, Omar. It's because they brought charges on him in the middle of all of that. James is just the latest Trump foe to face the wrath of the president's Department of Justice. A list that includes former Federal Bureau of Investigative Director James Comey and will likely grow in the coming weeks. Trump, who has called James a racist and accused her of conducting a witch hunt against him, has long decried the Attorney General, who ran on what he called a Get Trump platform. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. All of a sudden, the state of New York want to stand up and say President Trump's a bad person, according to Leticia James. She's an elected official. So she's saying she's listening to the voices of her community, and they saying they want to lock President Trump up. So that's what I'm doing, Ghost. I'm an elected official. That's what elected officials do. But what I'm trying to say is what makes it look like a witch hunt is the timing. That's what makes it look bad. Two top New York Democrats, including the Attorney General herself, prepared for this moment. They knew it was coming. State lawmakers, like Governor Kathy Hochul this year included a $10 million legal defense fund in the state budget earlier this year, though James is declining to tap into it. Instead, she will use a legal fund set up by the Democratic Attorney Generals Association. I think that's an amazing thing. That's what it's telling us is that the government of New York is behind Leticia James. The government of New York is pretty much at odds with the president over that issue and probably a whole lot of other issues, man. Where and when do we get to unity? What Omar said is that, Ghost, we can never get to unity with a president. Listen to me, y'all. Imagine, you guys might not know imagine if Tupac was elected president after he got shot the first time. You know, all the people, his enemies, he's going after him. So what Omar's saying, it's like we reelected Tupac to be president. All eyes on me. Me against the world, baby. That's the mentality. Even though I don't think President Trump has that mentality. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. This is what I think. President Trump's doing a whole lot of good things, though, Omar, that we could look at in the world. Look at the peace in Israel. He's successful with that. You know what I'm saying? If he gets the United States economy on the right track and rolling those job numbers, he's doing good things in the world. So what that means is, to me, that I've heard Democrats praising him for that peace in Israel thing. What President Trump's trying to do is a few Democrats in your party, he's trying to separate them for the rest of the group. That's what he's doing. If he can make Leticia James a criminal and James Comey a criminal and Adam Schiff a criminal, and then he does good things in the world and gets some of the Democratic Party to come with him, then he's pretty much separate. He's trying to separate those people from the Democratic Party in a way. Or if he's not intentionally doing it, that's kind of what it would be doing it. That's his strategy, his long-term strategy. That's why we're in a government shutdown to this point. He has not tried to use he has wrote more executive orders in his first 9 months in presidency than any president by far. He's trying to govern without the Democrats. He's trying to govern without their help. So what I'm saying moving forward, whether it's intentional or not, he's going to have to sit down with Democrats and make a deal. I heard him getting praise from some Democrats for, you know what I'm saying, like some things he's done. So I'm saying, like, he's got a list, though, he's pursuing. And those lists of Democrats, though, all I could see is him trying to separate them from America in general. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to reform the Democratic Party over there. It looked like that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get into my whole argument in just a second. The long-running feud has its roots in James' initial run for Attorney General. President Trump said back in 2018 during my first term, Ghost, when she was running for Attorney General, she ran on the premise of getting me elected. That was her whole purpose for trying to be Attorney General, was to get me locked up. Well, what I say is, though, President Trump, she won the election. So it's like, if I'm coming out and I'm campaigning to put you in jail and the people go vote and I win, what's that saying? She won it, though, President T, just like you won. You know what that's telling me? There's a deep divide in the United States, man. The New York City's public advocate, James, stood out in a crowded field of Democrats. She stood out, saying that she wanted to prosecute you, President Trump. Running to succeed, scandal scarred Eric Scheidemann by vowing to use the Attorney General's office considerable power to probe Trump's business dealings. I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president, she said in a video as she campaigned. I believe that this president is incompetent. I believe that this president is ill-equipped to serve in the highest office of this land. In her 2018 election victory speech, James put an exclamation point on the pledge. As the Attorney General of his home state, I will be a shining bright light in every dark corner of his real estate dealings. Guys, as y'all come in the stream, if you guys are on a cell phone, I ask that y'all double tap your screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so y'all can come in here every time we go live. Also, guys, everyone is welcome in this stream. I just ask that you guys down in the chat be respectful to each other. But Republicans, Independents, and Democrats, jump down in the comments and let your voices be heard. One last thing, guys, we do have to pay the bills, and I don't have any sponsors. Been all over America bringing y'all all this fabulous content. So if you guys want to donate to the channel, man, super chats, super thanks, super stickers, they start at 99 cents. All you got to do is hit that button with the $ in it, and your donations are much appreciated. Also, guys, channel memberships. Guys, got to push them channel memberships. Push them hard, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got, what, 36 channel memberships in the last month. Man, I'm trying to push them. If you guys want to donate to the channel, that's the best way to do it. To become a member of the channel, you guys do not have to stay a member of the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you become a member, you pay it month to month. Speak the Truth says Trump is the most transparent president ever. Man, I don't know if I could disagree with that. You see, that's the thing about Ghost. It's like, as an independent, I'm going to speak the truth. Like Speak the Truth, okay, says, his name says, I'm going to just speak the truth, man. I'm going to see it how I see it. I see it from both sides. It's not like I don't see what Leticia James is saying as a cop or a prosecutor. I'm just saying my entire argument is that the time that they prosecuted President Trump, in my opinion, at the time she went after him in 2018, in my opinion, it's just so political. If she starts investigating him on 2018, Speak the Truth, or Derek Bailey, or Ty, I see you down there, Ty. I'm saying, so if she starts investigating him in 2018, when she bring the charges? You start investigating him in 2018, when did you bring the charges against him? That's my question. Did you bring them before an election? In 2023 or 2024? It just looks so political. There is no one in their right mind who can honestly say that President Trump is not on a retribution tour. He is doing that, definitely. But I'm saying the reason why he's doing that is because Ty says, so Barack didn't break the law. What law did Barack break, Ty? What law did President Obama break? Look, this is what I'm saying. President Trump, he did get accused of breaking the law while he was president. He got charges. He got indicted. But I'm saying he beat the charges, or he didn't all the way beat them because he a convicted felon, but he's still president. That's what I'm saying. And at 89, how old, 79, he going to be in his 80s when he's through president. I'm saying, look, what, they going to put him in jail? I'm saying, Ty, but my thing about President Obama, I'm saying I never heard anything about President Obama breaking the law. Not while he was president and not before he became president. Never one time heard that in my life. Who has heard that President Obama was breaking the law, commit mortgage fraud? I'm saying, why I never heard President Trump even saying that he could bring any kind of charges against President Obama of the such. He said a bunch of names. And in my opinion, when y'all think President Obama should be on the top of his list, he said, I heard him say President Obama committed treason. But for AG Bondi, there's no way in the world AG Bondi would try to bring charges against a former president. First of all, the Supreme Court said that they're exempt from being charged. But what I'm saying is I don't even hear, I've never heard, I don't know of any accusations against Barack Hussein Obama about him committing any crimes. That's what I'm saying. Ty said he did the same thing or worse than Watergate. Ty, you got to prove that. You can't just come make accusations against people. Put a link in the stream. Put a link down below in the chat. And show us some charges where he did worse than Watergate to where you could prosecute him. Because what I'm saying is, if you talk to a Democrat, if you talk to Omar, he gonna tell you what President Trump did is 1,000 times worse than Watergate. 1,000,000,000,000 times worse than Watergate. That's what a Democrat gonna tell you. So I'm saying I don't see us getting to a place of unity. If our place is a place of unity, how can we get to a place of unity from here? Like I told you guys earlier, I think President Trump is trying to separate some bad Democrats from the party. But what I'm saying is the whole state of New York, the governor got a $10 million fund to support Leticia James. I'm saying you trying to separate Democrats from the party. What about Gavin Newsom? What about Kamala Harris? What about Jasmine Crockett? You gonna have Democrats who gonna be on your head, and them Democrats, they gonna stick with them Democrats you going after. Maybe not as much as James Comey, but Leticia James, they sticking with her. I guarantee you he go after Adam Schiff. He's gonna unite the Democratic Party. He's not gonna separate. If he would have just did James Comey, he might could have. But I mean, James Comey, how connected is James Comey with the Democratic Party? But then he go after Leticia James. I know she not a national politician, but she got a whole bunch of Democrats supporting her. To me, you just gonna start a bigger fight. I don't see how we get to a place of unity from right here is what I'm saying. I just don't see it. I see the Democrats clapping back. You keep coming after them, trying to prosecute them and put charges on them. In my opinion, they gonna clap back. The vow translated into years-long probe of the Trump organization, which began in 2019. So we got when the investigation begun, which was the third year of President Trump's first term. In 2022, with Trump out of office, James filed a civil lawsuit. So she filed it 3 years later in 2022. That's 2 years before he's running for president, re-election. Do y'all think that was political? Do you guys think that the mortgage fraud charges against President Trump was political? Yes, it's the same talking points. Yes, we at the same place. Yes, it's current and public news. On Thursday, guys, I was talking about AG Bondi. I said Leticia James' name at least 4 or 5 times, saying she was next on the list that President Trump was trying to get. They indicted her that same day. Later that day, Thursday, they indicted her. This ain't past news. This is current news. You have a sitting New York Attorney General under an indictment by the Justice Department. That's like a political war within the Justice Department, This isn't yesterday's news. This is tomorrow's news. This is today's news. The suit, which Leticia James, the civil suit that the state of New York filed against President Trump, drove to the heart of countering Trump's claims of being a successful business person, and initially, led to the blockbuster result. A state judge in 2024 fined Trump for more than $350 million and barred him from operating in the state for 3 years. The fine later ballooned to more than $500 million. An appeals court upheld Trump's liability, but determined the penalty was excessive and voided the fine, which James is appealing. Man, she tried to stick him for 500 M's. I don't know. It don't say in Politico don't specify if they're gonna go back to $300 million fine or $100 million or $50 million or no fine. But it does say that she tried to get him for 500 M's. They said he liable, like she said, and the appeals court upheld it. But said the penalty is too much. You know, she trying to slam him. That's a real beef. She calling him an illegitimate president, said he not fit to be president. He don't like that. And President Trump striking back. Trump repeatedly lashed out at James while the investigation was underway. He criticized then Governor Andrew Cuomo in 2019 for using his attorney general as a bludgeoning tool for his own purposes. James' office 2 years later released a report that determined Cuomo sexually harassed 11 women, a bombshell that led to his resignation. Cuomo has denied any wrongdoing. The lawfare President Trump is speaking of, the battle is being held within the courts. The battle is being held within the law, within the bounds of the law. That's where the battle is. Because basically what Politico is telling you is, y'all remember Andrew Cuomo? He's running for mayor now in New York City. Well, what Politico is saying is that Miss James moved him out the way in New York. So what Politico is saying is that Miss James is a powerful figure in New York. That's the lawyers. Battles held within the court. The lawyers doing battle. President Trump at war with the left. He got a couple of people on the left that he felt did him wrong or that's criminal. What they did to him was criminal. So AG Bondi, a lawyer, and he going after another lawyer, New York's a lawyer, Attorney General, Leticia James. It's always the lawyers. That's why I try to tell Stephen Miller, it's always the attorneys, bro, that they're gonna go after. Those are the ones who operate with the power. Once Trump returned to the presidency, his Department of Justice launched a legal effort against her, Leticia James, and in some instances made overt public displays that she was under investigation. A trench coat wearing DOJ pardon attorney Ed Martin was photographed outside her Brooklyn home in July. The New York Post amid the mortgage fraud probe. In upstate New York, acting U.S. Attorney John Sarcone subpoenaed James' office in connection to her Trump Organization probe and a separate case that involved the financial management of the National Rifle Association. Leticia is all the way Democrat. She bleeding blue, bro. She going after the conservatives on every turn. In September, Trump ratcheted up the pressure on U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. We covered that, to bring a case against James Comey, and also California Senator Adam Schiff. So Adam Schiff, they got your name on the list. They're all guilty as heck, but nothing is getting done. That's what President Trump said. That's how President Trump feels. I asked if you guys have not liked the video, that y'all double tap that screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. 40 minutes. I came, I saw, I conquered, I delivered some hot news. This is fresh news, man. This is a fresh news topic. Leticia James has been indicted. President Trump got a list. He checking it twice, and he gonna find out if the people who was against him was naughty or if they was nice. My boy Isaac in here, he says Pam Bondi has been incredible. Same with Cash Patel, man. Hey, Ty says, liked it as always, homie Ty. I appreciate it. Man, listen, bro, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what to say about that. That's how people feel. Y'all, it's y'all's voice. You guys, y'all let y'all's voices be heard. It's you guys' voice, and that's what Isaac feels. He feels that, you know what I'm saying? You know, that the Justice Department has been a disappointment. What you guys feel? Bo says the Democratic Party is an incredible disappointment. That's the divide in America. How do we get to unity, Bo? How do we get to unity, Ty? How do we get to a place or to a point to where we could say, okay, I disagree with the Democrats, but President Trump is our president? Or how do we get to a place where we say, I disagree with the Republicans, but President Trump is our president? How do we get to that place? I'm saying, if you ask me, in my mind, a place of unity from where we at right now, Isaac, or from where we at right now, Ty, I don't know if we could get there. I really don't know from where we at right now. Cause I know 1,000%. I could have 1,000 things on the board for President Trump as advice. He'll pick 988 of those, but anything to do with not going after the Democrats that he felt done him wrong, he's not going to listen to that. I could promise you, he's going to pressure AG Bondi to go after Adam Schiff next, and if he's going to just replace and remove. Maybe not AG Bondi, but those prosecutors in those districts. You know what I'm saying? Where Adam Schiff might have some connection and be trying to protect himself from that litigation or that prosecution. All I'm going to say is I don't see it happening, Adam Schiff. I think he's going to come for you. Now, the charges that they have on Leticia James, the mortgage fraud, I'm saying they're not really strong. I looked at them. We could go out over them legally if you guys want to. From my professional opinion, the charges are not really that strong. So in my opinion, it's going to be a judgment call. If I was Leticia James' attorney, the whole argument I will argue is malicious prosecution, retribution, and retaliation. That's the whole argument I will argue. I would protect her on the mortgage fraud points, you know what I'm saying? But I think if they litigate that malicious prosecution, I think regardless of what happens with her, listen to me, y'all. You're talking about one of the best litigators around. My litigation style, my you know what I'm saying, planning, the way I attack the case. I would, if I was Leticia James, if I was her defense counsel, what I would do is I would defend that case as a malicious prosecution. I would defend that case as basically presidential retaliation. That's how I would defend it, 10,000%. And it's a way the lawyer know how to defend the case. That's my argument. Whatever you come out with, I'm going to press in your face that was a malicious prosecution. And I think if she litigates it as a malicious prosecution, her defense, regardless of whether or not, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, she gets the charge, which she could possibly, but regardless of whether or not the charges stick on her, I think it'll be harder to make them stick if the judge and the jury in this case know constantly repeating that, you know what I'm saying, regardless if I did something wrong or not, he's just coming after me because he's mad because I prosecuted. I think that's her best defense. You know what I'm saying? Ozzy said he agrees. I think that's her best way of making sure that she gets to stay in power and there's no real consequences behind what she did. Because she prosecuted President Trump successfully and he's still president. So if he prosecutes her successfully for the same thing, and you have the attorney, the governor who got a fund for her, you know what I'm saying? They're supporting her in New York. She's an elected official. She's probably going to win re-election. I'm saying it's just hard for me to see President Trump being able to do anything to her. I mean, I could understand if he thinks that she's a criminal and she thinks she did something wrong. I just don't see much coming out of it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he just had to do whatever he could do to try to get back. That's how I think. That's what happened. What you guys think? If y'all haven't liked the video, if y'all on a cell phone, double tap the screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification. Also, guys, I just want to let y'all know that we are accepting donations. If you guys want to donate to the channel, super chat, super thanks, super stickers, they all start at 99 cents. Hit that button with the $ in it. Your donations are much appreciated. Also, Ty and Isaac, man, I would love for you gentlemen to become members of the channel. Channel memberships start at $2.99, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to go to $3.99 real soon, guys. Y'all can hit the button with the $ in it. Become a member of the channel. Your donations are much appreciated. You guys keep the conversation going down below. I'm going to step off for just a minute. We've been streaming for about 47 minutes. When I come back, man, I'm going to jump down in them comments comments. I'm gonna see what we talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? And we could keep going to about an hour to about 8 o'clock a.m. Man, it's Saturday. I know I started real early. You know what I'm saying? On a Saturday, man. But I had the content to deliver. I wanted to come and knock it out. But I got some time, man. We could keep going. We could keep streaming if you guys would like to, man. It's all up to you. Like I said, man, if you guys want to donate to the channel, man, I'll stream with y'all for 3 hours. But if not, man, I came through, I saw, I conquered, I got the news story out. I'm going to step out for just a minute, step out the way, and I'm going to give you guys just a minute to catch up down below in the stream, man, with the comments, and then I'm going to jump down there with you guys in just a second. I appreciate you guys showing up, and I love all of you guys. Man, out here in Connecticut, man, like 2 streams in one, man. I'll open up the floor, man, for y'all. We could talk about whatever you want to. Ty says, I think President Trump has an agenda that guides us in the right direction. We have to quit being simps for the world and think about Americans who provide to the world know much of America. Ty, I agree. In my opinion, I agree with a lot of that sentiment. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people have seen me to where it's like they say I'm very supportive of President Trump. You know what I'm saying? And I never voted for him, and I'm not MAGA, but they feel like I'm a Republican because I say positive things about him. I agree with that sentiment to a large extent. I really do. Bo says, there's supposed to be a separation of church and state, so why are we talking about God? But we not a state or church in here. But I understand what you're saying, like, you don't want America to become like Iran or something. You know what I'm saying? Become a nation that is ruled by like a militant, religious militant state. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying, like, while we could talk about God if we want to, and here, can't we? That's what freedom of speech is. Because see what's going to happen is once they tell you, they're going to tell you can't talk about God first. You know what I'm saying? And you might agree with that. Oh, yeah, we can't talk about God. Then they're going to tell you can't be talking about something else. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody telling you what you can and can't talk about, man. It don't matter who you are. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's called freedom of speech, man. You want to protect that. Anything written in the Constitution, it's a reason it's written in the Constitution. And in my opinion, we need to do what we need to do to protect the laws that's in the Constitution. Because that Constitution is what America is. That Constitution is what make America what America is, bro. You know what I'm saying? So That's my thoughts on it. If y'all hadn't liked the video, make sure y'all double tap the screen for me, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying, guys? I'm going to try to stay with y'all for a few seconds if y'all want to, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Ty, you said ask a question about why don't you ask God to change Trump? I don't like God, like, it's not God's responsibility to change President Trump. God ain't gonna do that. It's not his job to do it, and that's not what he into, and he not gonna do it. Point blank, period. Why would God change President Trump? I'm saying, what does God gain out of changing President Trump? That's not what he's supposed to do. God give men free will to choose what they want to do. So President Trump has chosen the path that he's chosen, and that's his path. And God is more of an observer than he is a dictator. That's Satan. Satan does that. The Bible says that Satan runs to and fro throughout the earth. The Bible says that God is sitting on the throne high and lifted up. When Stephen was being stoned to death, he looked into heaven. Jesus stood up off the throne, but Jesus sitting there on the throne, man. You know what I'm saying? Jesus not running to and fro from the earth. That's the devil. So the devil will make those kind of attempts. Jesus, what I'm saying, I don't see what point or what does God or Jesus have to gain from changing President Trump? You gotta understand. I understand what you're saying, sir, and I mean I think it's a noble thing to want to wish the best for our leaders and your presidents, but I don't think God, he's not into changing people, though. He ain't gonna change President Trump. President Trump has decided or made the decision, y'all. Excuse me. I'm trying to prop this camera up better so y'all can see me. President Trump has decided or made the decision to govern the way he has or the way he does. And I don't think God has anything to do with that. If you could say, you might could say that God helped to spare his life, or you might could say that, you know, God, like, because God cares about people, but I'm saying God, praying to say that God will make him change. He is the way he is. I'm saying how change President Trump. I'm saying, I don't understand, like, you know. Speak the Truth says God chose Trump. I wouldn't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think that the people chose President Trump. And I think that the Lord God knew that the people was going to choose him, so he spared his life. He didn't have to. President Trump could have died. But if you believe in God, when I do, I believe that God did spare his life. I believe that God controls those things. You know what I'm saying? But praying that we'll change him, I guess, like, I don't know. I don't think that a 79-year-old man, he ain't finna change. I don't see him changing. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. That's just me personally. That's just who he is. You see President Obama changing, Ty? I don't see him changing. That's just who they are. Jeb says restoring justice is godly. It is godly. Of justice is of God. Where does justice come from? You got to think about that. Why would Satan or Lucifer, if you believe in God, this is what the chat's talking about. No, I'm not preaching. Why would Satan or Lucifer want justice when his whole design is chaos? Lucifer's design is chaos. And anything that opposes God, justice is a part of order and organization. So see, somebody like me, I'm just aware of spiritual things. Justice is of God as much as anything else in the world. Justice comes from God. Justice is mentioned in the Bible many times. So yeah, I agree with that. Restoring justice, that's like restoring order. That's like restoring right. That's like restoring, yeah, that's definitely of God. I agree with that. You says the Bible doesn't say succeed, it says try, but I succeed. I'm going to succeed. That's the 10,000 times. It ain't no trying. See, what you think, Bo, is that it's just a one-off. So you think if you able to win this case, which you shouldn't, it's gonna get appealed and it'll come right back. And y'all focused on this one case. I got many more cases. I got another case to file, and I got 2 cases in Texas. But they focused on the one case, which I could understand. What I'm saying is I don't see how in your mind you think you could win it. Bo, how you could win it? How can they win it? Listen, think about, I tell y'all all the times, look at my opponents. I went against Goliath. I beat Goliath, and I got a little Philistine over here, a little 5'9" Philistine, literally. I seen one this morning at the gas station, a 5'9" Philistine. I done defeated Goliath. I'm coming back from in the field, bruh. It's a hard trek from back in the field. I'm coming back to glory, from glory to glory. I done defeated Goliath. And he got a 5'9" Philistine in front of me, bro. I'm going to slap the fire from him. What? Bro, I defeated Goliath, bro. It's no way. It's not trying. This is not no trying. This is a succeed. You talking about legal field, it's not no trying. That's a success. You know how I'm going to sue you? I will repeatedly sue you. Repeatedly. And appeal everything. So I don't try, bro. I win. That's what I do. It's not no attempt. It's a win. That's a guaranteed win. That opponent knows it. The court knows it. Everybody knows it. And if you do anything else besides that, you corrupt. And I'm going to put a flashlight on you, and I'm going to go get the ACLU. If you do anything else besides that, everything you put on that paper, I'm going to take it to the ACLU, and I got a story. And they will gladly go after that court. I promise you, they will gladly deal with that. Gladly. The location and the story that I'm going to tell them, they'll gladly deal with that. A real organization, the ACLU. Not no fake state government organizations that's racist as I don't know what. What's up, Samuel? My big dog, man, as y'all come in the stream, if y'all haven't liked the video, man, y'all go ahead, double tap that screen. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Ty, Samuel, one of you guys, one of y'all gentlemen, man, we need a channel membership. Man, I need one of y'all to purchase a channel membership for your boy, Big Ghostwriter. Channel memberships, they start at $2.99 right now, man. Just hit the button with the $sign. Any of y'all donations are much appreciated. Anything y'all want to talk about down below, just drop it down in the chat. I've been streaming for about an hour with y'all. I would really, really like one of you guys to get a channel membership or some kind of donation so I could keep going, guys. Let's see, what you say? Other parts of the world, Christianity is not primarily religion, so why I don't give the same answer as you. Thank you. No, it's not. Christianity is not primary in other parts of the world, but it is in America, though. And President Trump is the president here, Bo, but I understand what you're saying. He says, Ghost has no idea what I'm talking about. Someone said justice is godly, and I said, we can all try to be godly, but not everyone is trying to be godly. I said that the Bible doesn't say that we could be like, Bo, well, in that sense, Bo, I apologize. I agree with you. That's 1,000% true. We're not going to ever be godly, but we are supposed to be trying to be godly. That's true. As a Christian, you're supposed to try to live like Jesus. God didn't say to be perfect, or he didn't say you will ever succeed at being perfect, but he did say to make the attempts. So I guess what Bo is saying is God is judging you by your attempts, not by your results of it. So I agree with that 1,000%. Bo, I'm sorry. I just heard justice and trying in a court case, and So I just I went the other way, bro. You know what I'm saying? With justice with me, bro, I'm 10 toes on everything I do. It ain't nobody in this world that I fear. I know how to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? People do like little stupid stuff that I can't deal with them, but anything that I'm going to deal with you. I promise you that. If I promised I'm going to deal with you, I promise you I'm going to deal with you. You can laugh all you want to. The people who laughing are the ones that's behind the scenes. They in Mississippi and they dictating some crash dummies in Connecticut because these people, they out here, they ain't too bright. Money, there you go. My boy Ty Wilmut. Welcome to Legal Wars Loyalty. We got a new channel member that's 36. That's all I asked to do. Because you know what that does? That lets me know that Ty is riding with the Truth Network, man. You know what I'm saying, Ty? And because, Ty, I seen you in here before. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you be a managing moderator. You know what I'm saying? Ty, I just asked that you don't be kicking all the Democrats out the stream. I just ask that you don't, let them have a voice. As long as they're not disrespectful and they come in here and they can say whatever they want to, Ty, just let them say it without being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Hazel says, thank you, Mr. President, for all you do. I'm going to pin that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Some people, America's so divided right now. Okay, and as an independent, I don't know which way to go. All I know is somebody said that about President Trump. Maybe that's true. You know, about somebody go pray for God to change President Trump. Maybe that's true. All I'm gonna say, I feel like if I had to go to the federal government for something, I just feel like I'll be able to get it. That's how I feel. I might be wrong. And when they show me wrong, I'll let y'all know. But what I'm saying is I did go to the federal government and President Trump became president and I got paid. You see what I'm saying? I got paid from the federal government with President Trump being president. I got paid. Somebody told me to go to Homeland Security for something and, you know, like one of my girlfriends, she the Homeland Security. I just playing. But I feel like if I went to him for something, I feel like I would get paid. There's reasons why I feel like that. I know the services and advice that I've provided before. And they know it is what that is. That don't have to be spoken on. That is what that is. So I feel like, yeah, they'll look out on me if I came to them. That's what I feel. President Trump and them. I can't say that for Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could say that for Tennessee. It ain't no Republican or Democrat thing. It's what your government is. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's the same program across the board in every state. Same program in Mississippi, same one in Tennessee, same one in Connecticut, same one in Michigan. If one of y'all states decide not to do it, that's different. Or if one of the states decide to shut it down, that's different. But it's the same program across the board. Connecticut, you're just not doing a great job at running your program. Really? Gary, really? Yes. That's really. You can't have a police officer tell one person that he can't do something, but the rest of the citizens in the community can't do it. You can't have a police officer say that because he's the one with the power in the community. They have the power. And so he's speaking for the department and he's saying that he's stopping certain citizens from, and the rest of the citizens can. He can't follow people around, but the rest of the citizens can follow him around with a camera, and it's okay. Your police department can't talk like that. You can't do that. Because if we play that tape in a court, you know what's going to happen to you. You're going to be just like the last one trying to duck from the ACLU who going to come wrap your head as soon as you, because I got a story for him. You say that about President Trump, whoever you want to say about it, but the story I got for him is about a corrupt governor, a really corrupt governor that they know is that corrupt. Is as corrupt as I say he is, it's on record that he's more, but I know more corruption than what's on paper. He's corrupt. I got a story about a corrupt governor. Whoever the ACLU want to tie with that corrupt governor, that's on them. But I got a story with cases. So anything you want to do with a case, just go make me start calling people. I ain't calling nobody. Or I try to call her, but that's like little nonsense foolishness that I could deal with without a phone call. I'm saying when I start calling, you ain't gonna see nothing coming, and I'm gonna start slapping your heads, bro. Real talk. Real talk. I'm looking for a lawsuit. I'm telling you that right now. First person in Connecticut I could get, I'll get it and go. I swear, because this needs to be this area. Out of all the areas, in my opinion, this is the worst. It's the absolute worst. Ain't nothing happened to me, but it's the worst area. This is, brother, parks. I had to find this park. They open the parks at 11 o'clock. Y'all look out there. I had to find this. Look out there. That's God's beauty and God's creation. You see the pole? It's a private property. But I'm saying God's beauty and God's creation, why would you put a fence on it, first of all? To me, that's like a preacher trying to make a living off of God's word. And so you're not supposed to get rich off the word of God. And he over there, a multimillionaire, off preaching God's word. So it's like the same thing. Why you gonna put a fence around God's creation? This ain't yours. The city, they're going to come put a fence and stop you from seeing something God created. Oh, you can't come to the park. The park's open at 11 o'clock. All your parks open at 11 a.m. Oh, to think about that Saturday in the summertime. People work where I'm from. It's water. They want to get on boats, man. People getting on boats fishing at 6 in the morning. Am I lying or not, y'all? I'm talking about these are parts with water, harbors. I was in Michigan. I saw how they conducted their business. I was in the state of New York. Y'all saw the content. Look, the park rangers don't even show up till 9 or 10 o'clock. That's true in New York too. But they have a kiosk to where you could go up there and pay the $10 to visit the park, whether they're there or not. This is God's stuff. We just out here administering and make sure people don't get hurt. That's our job. But you got gates up to stop people from getting in the park till 12? A gate up. To me, that's like the same thing as a preacher trying to make money off God's word. You trying to make money off God's creation. Charging people to see something God made. This ain't something a man made. You know how you go to Disney World, and in Disney World, that's all stuff man made. Walt Disney made that. So he charging you to go see what he didn't put up there. I'm saying this stuff ain't no man made, none of this. And they got fences up, won't let you go in there till 12 and charge you in some places to get in. The police saying that certain citizens can't do what other citizens do. You're supposed to be a rich state, but you don't have services to provide to the community. But y'all rich, but you don't have services that New York has. But y'all rich. Your per capita in Connecticut is supposed to be like among the highest in America. With a state this small, you got that much money. I know you helping people. But I'm saying, like, I'm going to just tell you the truth. In my opinion, the Knoxville Police Department is more professional than this police department I'm at in Connecticut. I'm not going to slander your name and call the two police departments. And the words that you said. If you the police, you got to be trained in this. I'm going to get you some training. That's what I'm going to do, boy. You could laugh, you could talk, you could do whatever you want to. That's going to be on that federal judge if he want to do the right thing. Because if he don't, he know he going to the appeals court. He know where we going. He know where we headed. And then I'm assuming state court. And then it's going to be on the state to do the right thing. But I'm saying you need training. You don't never say, the same question I posed in New York. If this person is doing A, B, and C, can I do it too? They said, nah, they can't look in your car. That's not right for them to look in your car. If you just in there chilling, they coming over in your car doing this stuff right here. They said, nah, that's some weird stuff. That's what the police said in New York. I'm talking about city and state. And two cities up here, I'm saying a cop accused me of stealing a man's keys. He hung the phone up on me. The man come looking in my car, y'all. He's looking in the windows down. He's looking in my car. Look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna demonstrate. It's true though. I promise you, these are legal wars. These are legal battles I deal with. Y'all see the windows down? Just what the man do. Hold up. Y'all wait for me to come into the camera. Bro, I swear on everything I love. He got his head, the man got his head in my car. What? I'm like, hey, sir, you can't be looking in people's car. And in the middle of me talking, y'all, his keys fell out his pocket, not his keys on the ground. So for some reason, he want to go tell Connecticut, the police department, the city police, that I stole his key. Not a cop who was not there. He ain't in the situation. The man acknowledged that he looked in my car, y'all. He said he looking for his sister. He looking for his grown sister with all my windows down. Y'all see how small this BMW is? All the windows down, looking for your grown sister. You can look for your sister from right here. I ain't got no tint on the windows. Can y'all see me inside the car? Well, he could see inside the car. You looking for your grown sister with your head in my car like that. Nah, dude, you got to get out of my car. His keys fell out his pocket. While he's doing this, he in my car messing with me. I'm minding my business. I get out the car. He in my car messing with me. His keys fall out his pocket. He called the police. You know what I would do if I was the police? He said they got to show up. Well, when I show up and hear that nonsense, I ain't got nothing. I'm finna go. This dude going around suing people, and this is a whole stupid situation he didn't do nothing about. In New York, they wouldn't even show up. They had to get the state police. My right hand to God. Ithaca police, they would stop even. They wouldn't respond to that. Ithaca police showed up. They got social services with them. Connecticut, you are not New York. Nowhere close to it. You are a disgrace to the East Coast. That's my opinion. But you could freeze whatever you want to freeze. You freeze the lawsuit you finna get. Freeze that one. You need to focus on freezing the one that you finna get. Yeah, I'm letting you know I'm head hunting. I'm out. That's the only reason, y'all, I'm still in Connecticut, because I'm head hunting. I want to dump something tomorrow. I got paperwork to dump on Tennessee, but you know, I'm from the South. I got a little love for Tennessee. That's why I'm taking my time. That's the one I'm finna get paid. They probably gonna pay me like that immediately. They probably in Tennessee, when I file that lawsuit, they probably pay me like that. And I'll put this on my mama's life. Knoxville Police Department is one of the most professional police departments in these United States. I dealt with them on multiple occasions. The police came to me asking me for my advice in Knoxville. I put that on my mama. Knoxville police. When I was staying in a hotel, there was a situation and they came and asked me for my advice. I had another situation where a cop showed up and I was in distress, and he was a young cop, and he was like one of the most professional police departments, police officers I ever seen in my life. Knoxville police stays pretty straight. The police. I just call it like I see it. I ain't taking no sides or nothing. The attitudes and the dispositions of your community will be shown before my eyes. I will see the attitude of the people, of the disposition of your community. The police department in every city, y'all, is a good indicator of how the city, because the police department are the ones that we encounter with power. We're not going to usually encounter the mayor, right? On a daily basis. You're not going to encounter the city councilman. You're not going to encounter the city alderman. You're not going to encounter the city manager. but you will encounter the police. What I'm saying is those 4 people I named, they directly deal with the police. So how the police acting, let me know the attitude of your mayor. You don't care nothing about the people in your city. You trying to step and doo-doo on the people in your city to save those people over there. I got your number. I'm going to read straight through you. And if they need training, they need training. Let me go into court and tell the judge that he said that woman can do that. She could follow me everywhere I go, taking pictures of me. But he said I can't do that. What? She ain't supposed to be doing it either, but you want to try to act like it's okay for her to do it. Oh, yeah, she can follow you around taking pictures of you. I mean, she ain't doing nothing wrong. She just following you everywhere you go, and she got her camera out taking pictures of you. She only following you, and she only taking pictures of you everywhere you go, but she could do that. But you can't do that. Boy, let me go in the court and tell the judge you said that. That's the first police department said I stole somebody's keys. The dude out there messing with me, and God pulled his keys out his pocket while he messing with me. That's what happened. I believe that. God put it because the police said he had to, unless the police lied, the police said he had to drive him 20 minutes back and forth for his keys. He can't find his keys nowhere. Dude can't find his keys nowhere. He out here messing with me, looking in my car. Now God got his keys on the ground. Now he can't find them. And the police accusing me of taking them. The police hung up in my face. The police. The number one job you should have is professionalism. And I told somebody that at a government services office, ain't none of this money in here belong to none of y'all. Not even your paychecks. You just a servant of the state. That's all you are. You don't even, you can't even get your paycheck, your little $800 every 2 weeks. You can't get your $800 without them giving it to you. So how you going to be up in here acting like you control any money in here? You don't control no money in here. The only thing about it is the time that I feel like spending on teaching you. That's it. If I feel like spending the time on teaching you, you're going to get taught and sat down when it come to me. When it come to me, you could keep doing the racist stuff, but you ain't going to do it over here. And I'm going to try to stand up for all the black people in this community and stand up for all the disabled veterans in this community. They got a problem. Stand up for the homeless people in this community. They got a problem in Connecticut. You got a problem. Why don't I say that about Tennessee? I got a lawsuit to send to Tennessee I've been holding. Why ain't I saying that about Tennessee? I had a situation with the state police that I could file a lawsuit for in New York. Why I'm not saying that about New York? Why am I saying it about you? You got a problem. I identify. I'm telling you, I'm good at this, bro. I'm good at this. I get the same from everywhere I go. So you can't say, oh, it's because, well, that happened in New York too. Why I don't feel like that about New York? Oh, that's because, well, that happened in Michigan too. I don't feel like that about Michigan. The Portage Michigan Police Department is the best police department in the country that I've ever dealt with in the country, in the United States. The Portage, Michigan Police Department. Here in Connecticut, you garbage, you trash. Your police departments, 2 of them. So I know it's a problem in this area. That's at least a 20-mile radius, 30-mile radius. I'm right over here in the New York border where I'm staying. Where that happened at was in New Milford. That's like the top of the lake where he said I took his keys. So that's the whole trash. Hot garbage. I'm going to tell you like it is. You want to shine, you want to stunt, I'll stunt with you. Y'all, please do not go to Connecticut, especially if you're a black person. Please don't. They parks don't open at 12. Imagine I came up here on a tour. Look, y'all know I'm in the tour, so I'm coming out here to see this. This ain't a mountain, though, y'all. I want to go to the mountain park. I want to bring y'all content like this from the mountain park, and I got to go to a private business before 12 o'clock to bring y'all views because they got the parks closed to 12, 11. So in the summertime, the kids, they asking their mama, they waiting to go and get on the jet skis or the jet boat. Nah, baby, we got to wait till 11. The parks don't open till 11. You got gates around God stuff. This don't belong to you. Who own this land? You saying the city own this land. Like, this God's. God made that. You didn't make that. You trying to put a gate around it and take a profit off of something that was on this earth before any human was on here, bro. You old scandal. Oh, you can't come out here and see God's handiwork until 12. Like, you got a time limit on when somebody could see something God made. I ain't never seen it in my life. I ain't never seen it in Colorado. When they close them gates in Colorado, that means they close for the season. And they doing that to protect life. Because it's ice and it's rock on them rocks. And you walking out there to the waterfall, you could die. And ain't no park rangers really be out there when it's that cold in them conditions. So they closed the gates in Colorado, in New Mexico, and in them places for the season. They don't do it for the night. Oh, we going to have a gate up here for the night on a waterfall? It's a city park. They got a guard. A city park. This ain't no federal park. We can understand the federal government. They got a lot of people to pay. So they try, the state too. I could see if it was a Connecticut park. This ain't a Connecticut park. This is a city park. Maybe I just picked the wrong area in Connecticut. But I did this in every state I've been to. In Michigan, the people are the same. The people, to me, in Michigan were worse than any. The people in Michigan, to me, were the worst, the people. But the police department was the best. It's weird as I don't know what. I'm just telling you how it is. In Connecticut, the people, to me, I haven't really had too many. I had a problem with one dude this morning. He want to talk about black people. You ain't going to do that around me. Not around me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't talk down on no race around me. Don't talk down on white people around me if you black. I don't want to hear that. Don't do that. You got to know who I am. I'm a civil rights litigator. That's why I was the first one to start praising Charlie Kirk as a black man. Don't talk about no white people around me if you black. And if you black, don't talk about you know what I'm saying? I ain't into that. So you a Mexican dude, you talking about black people to an Arab. You ain't talking about no black people around me. I don't know black people, nothing. You not black. You not authorized to speak on black people. Don't do it around me, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You say some foul stuff around me, I'm going to chastise you. If it's in my wheelhouse, what God gave me, you could call me a crackhead, a drunk, whatever name you want to call me. That ain't going to stop you when we get in court. It ain't going to help you. Because this crackhead doing them legal documents against you. And I'm smarter than your lawyer. This crackhead is smarter than your lawyer. And you. We know you smarter than you. You can't do it yourself. You got to go get a lawyer. So I'm telling you, the man you go get that you think is smart, I'm smarter than him. This crackhead is. That's too funny. I'm smarter than you, your mama, the lawyer, everybody in your generation, family. I'm smarter than all of them. The only way my opponent's still in the game because he got a little money. That's it. And I'm going to try to systematically pull it from him. That's the only way he in the game still because he got money. The money could help you or cover up some things. But I'm just saying, like, if they get on the phone and tell your state to act stupid, the police was talking about something that was coming from Mississippi. What? What you say? He said, well, they ain't in Connecticut. Bro, do you understand? Well, could be coming from Mississippi. It could be coming from Alaska. Could be coming from heaven. It could be coming from hell. That's not what I'm talking to you about. You talking to one of the best litigators you're going to talk to. That's not what I'm talking to you about. I'm not talking about where it's coming from. What state we in right now? Connecticut? Well, where this happening at? I said that woman who taking pictures of me, you talking about coming from Mississippi, she might have came from Mississippi. But today, right now, she got a Connecticut tag. I don't care if it's a rental. in Connecticut and she got a Connecticut tag and you a Connecticut police officer, it's your problem. So you got to come deal with this. Don't tell me something about where she from. Homeboy, I'm not finna do no investigation on where these people from. She driving around in a car committing a crime with Connecticut plates and you on the phone trying to give her a pass. You trying to give her a pass and you know she dead wrong. He needs some training. He needs some training bad. That's just all it is to it. And the one who said I stole keys, you a investigator and you hanging the phone up on people. You're not going to do that to no white people in this community. Look, let me show you something. You're going to see this all over Connecticut. Y'all see that? Hold up. Y'all see that house over there? You'll see that all over Connecticut. Y'all see that gray house over there? I'm trying to make y'all see it. That gray house over there probably worth about 5-6 million. And it's a lake community, you know, so it's a little money here, but it's a little small community in Connecticut. And I've seen 3 or 4, 5, $6 million houses like that just around, just in the normal spot, like ginormous mansions. Like it's a famous person living there. It's all over Connecticut. So what I'm trying to tell you is you ain't gonna do that to one of them. If police had a situation like that to him, when he get off the phone, he gonna be professional and everything. But with me, you just want to treat me any kind of way. Why is that? Y'all know why that would be? Why he say that a white woman, mind you, it don't matter her color, but she was white, could follow me around from place to place with a camera taking pictures from place to place. He say it's okay for her. That's what he told me. I know, I'm saying, sir, he's saying, okay, she could take a picture of me. That's disturbing. Okay, but she can't follow me place to place. That's stalking. Oh, well, that's not stalking. It's a public facility. Oh, so this is what we're going to do, sir. I'm going to test your theses out. I said, I'm going to go to Winn-Dixie. Y'all know I'm from the South. They ain't got no Winn-Dixie up here. I'm going to go to your grocery store and I'm going to find a regular customer who come out the store. And I'm going to just start taking pictures of him and following him around. And when he get on the phone and call you, I got you recorded. You better not say nothing. Because you said it's okay to do this, you dummy. You got to be stupid. Like you talking to a dummy, boy. You on the phone telling me it's okay, a cop, that I could meet an old man that Winn-Dixie, start taking pictures of him and follow him around the community, and he gonna call you and you gonna say, oh, well, no, you not. He said, oh, well, I didn't say that. Oh, you need some training, boy. That's what you need. I'm a little boy, that dude. I'm telling you. That's what my job is, to speak truth to power. So them police officers, I take offense to that, boy. You need some training. You saying that this woman could stalk people and I can't. What? And you being recorded talking stupid like this. So when I take you to court, I'm going to play his own words. Don't get on the phone. You're not going to get on the phone with Johnny Cochran talking stupid. I don't care what somebody told you that you got to do. You got to protect your own job. Because I'm saying that's going to be, that's on you. When the shoe falls, they're not going to say, oh, well, the guy over here, he knows a federal agent and the federal agent's called. They ain't going to put that on nobody. The only person going to get blamed for the words is the dummy talking. They're going to tell the dummy to go jump into the water. He going to say, okay, I'm finna go jump, y'all. I need my paycheck. And you go jump in the water, you finna get fired. That's the only thing happening. You finna get fired. In the end, they gonna fire you. They might not fire you at the time. They might not fire you during the case. They might want to save face, but I promise you within weeks of that case concluding, whichever way it go, they look at you as a problem. They gonna, man, get this dude out of here. We got sued behind this. Oh, somebody said you can't fire him because you got to keep him there. Okay, we're gonna keep him here. We ain't gonna fire him, sir. As soon as that case is over and you someone go look for that cop about 12 months, he gonna be out of there. They ain't got time for that. Not the city and the department as a whole. They got to litigate cases behind it because I'm going to sue you. I'ma sue you. Nah, don't like I see that like down there. I'm not blaming the whole city or community as a whole. But it's kind of weird that you talking to different police officers from different and they saying the same kind of thing. That's weird. That tells me that like that community is infected. That's what that tells me. As you talk, like I can see, bro, look. So this city, the new Milford, because I don't be up there really, that's where the pretty park is. That they got a fence, a gate for you to go in they park. A mountain. You got a gate on the mountain. Like this your mountain. Like you a preacher trying to profit off of God's word. This is God's mountain, the earth for all of us to enjoy and love. Whoever can make it to this point to see the beauty of God's creation can enjoy. You got a gate around it saying someone can't get into 11 trying to charge people money like it's yours. $11? It's trash, man. That's my opinion, y'all. Straight garbage. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all might love Connecticut. If you want to come to the East Coast, go to New York. That's where it's at. Are you a white rich person? You could come up here. You probably fit in good. They'll probably they'll lay the red carpet out on you. And then when you call them racist, it hurt their feelings. It hurt their feelings. Oh, it hurts their feelings. Oh, well, why he can't do it, but they could do it? I bet you if I got you a gangster disciple, a black gangster disciple on the phone and asked if he could follow old men around taking pictures, you're going to tell him no too. But you say it's okay for the white woman to do that. It ain't because she white. Well, what reason is it? You tell me, enlighten me. Because I'm saying you a racist. That's what that looks like to me. You making it about race. Because the reason why I say that is because I'm a black man, I'm disabled and a veteran. Okay? Black disabled, protected by the law in 2 ways. And I'm saying you telling me as a police officer that this woman can harass me. Because see, I got a personality disorder. I go to her phone and I grab that woman by her hair and I yank her out the car. And I'll be sorry that I did that. They might not think I do it, just like the Mexican today at the gas station. He didn't think he gonna get popped. Everybody that I beat up, bro, like I got a disability. If it's up to me, I'm not gonna touch nobody. But I'm saying if you keep on down there and you're not gonna win because I got the disability. And the dude up here saying racist stuff that I could sue that whole gas station for. You gotta be careful with that racist words because that one racist word will cost you $100 million. I ain't got to show damages like that. It's that punitive damages on them racist words. This is Connecticut. This is not Mississippi. You got to remember that. Just like in California, them punitive damages on them racist words, they go up. There's no limit. You call a person an NIGGER in a business, they could sue you for $200 million. Listen to me, $200 million for using that word. So you got to be careful with that. I don't tolerate no racist stuff, bro. Don't talk about no black people around me. Not around this black person. Talk about black people around them Uncle Tom black people. But don't do it around me. If you ain't black. If you black, you can. I'll say it that black people are racist. Yeah, I'll say it that Black Lives Matter only cared about certain stuff. They didn't care about the right stuff. They didn't care about all black lives. I'll say it about black people. Black men are absent from their families. I say it about black people, but if you ain't black, I don't want to hear that coming from you unless I know you and I know your intentions. My boy Jeremy Harlan can say that because I know him and I know his intentions. He could say a lot worse stuff than that because I know he not racist. If I hear him say the N-word, I know my homeboy ain't racist. So but I'm saying you a complete stranger. I never seen you. I never met you. So when you talking about, that's hatred that I hear coming out your mouth. Boy, I slapped a fire for you for that hatred. They need to get rid of y'all. Y'all the problem. You talking about these racists, the problem. You can't unify with no racists. How you going to unify with people who hate somebody else for their race? Because I can't think of no other reason you would tell me that I can't take a picture of a person, a stranger, and follow them around, but she can to me. She can to me. I'm black, she white. She can to me, but I can't to her. Why is that? I'll let you explain it to the judge, because you dead wrong. That law apply to everybody. The first thing I'm going to say is the law applies to everybody. What was yesterday's day? On October the 10th at approximately 2:33 p.m., speaking to such and such police department after a woman been following me around, taking pictures. I got a disability. Now I'm in emotional distress, and the police officer said he got sued. He needs some training. The police officer said lawsuit. That's what he said, lawsuit. When I heard the New Milford police, I just ignored it because I've seen that before. I've seen it in New York State police. Sometimes you just have bad situations. You can't just go after. But when I heard that dude say that she could do it and I can't, and this the second, third, fourth, I went to state agency. Oh, yeah, y'all need some training. Y'all racist out here. Yo, Mississippi. It's an East Coast Mississippi. If you take Mississippi and you put Mississippi next to New York City, it's going to be just like Connecticut. New York, too big, powerful, and influential. So the city of New York is what's making them not be racist. But in New York City, you got racist cops too, unfortunately. I'm talking about the people. It's people from all over the world in New York. But it's the city of New York. That's making Connecticut what it is. I thought y'all was up here on something, man. I really did. My girl, she wants y'all to know to release the Epstein files. What's going to happen when we release the file? If you release the files, who going to go to jail? Because if you call me a child molester and you didn't have evidence on me, just say it to my face. Don't say it behind my back. Say it to my, that's what President Trump doing. He's suing people. You call me that and to my face, I promise you, I'm a flatline you. That's why people, they can't get respect because you do it behind my back. Do it to my face. You know what I'm saying? That little Mexican today who was talking about black people, he did it to my face. We ain't talking about the price he got to pay. We talking about at least he did it to my face. At least he had the courage. He ain't sending someone to do it. Because I'm saying, I don't care what state you from. You from Mississippi, bro, and I know you getting down like that, boy. I'm telling you, I'm going to bop you. Sammy says, all the people who went to Epstein Island, you mean they in Connecticut? They all up here. The Epstein file. People went to the Epstein Island. Y'all all up here. That's Samuel. That's too funny. I'm up here. I'm up here. They all up here. This the Epstein Island people. That's probably why they don't like me. I would say they don't or do not like. I've seen a lot of people. It's like a lot of Puerto Rican, Hispanics. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, black people. I've seen a lot of people. I couldn't say that the people don't like me, but I'm saying that the situations I had with the police, they trash. The local police in Connecticut are trash. Trash. You garbage. I wish you would come try to do something about that because you need some training. And your next interaction with me is probably going to be a lawsuit. Because I want it bad. Lord knows I want it bad. I want it bad because they need training, bro. I had high thoughts and hopes from Connecticut. That's why it's good to go visit places yourself and see for yourself. Because y'all talk all that smack about New York, but New York is where it's at. New York is where it's at. You could say what you want to about New York. I'm up here. I seen it. Now, New York City, what you say about New York City, you might be right. I hadn't seen New York City yet. But the state of New York, for the 99%, I'm telling you, it's where it's at. All these other, what's the Empire State? Connecticut ain't no Empire State. Massachusetts ain't no empire state. I ain't gonna say nothing about Vermont because that's where my boy from. Big Bernie. And New Hampshire ain't the empire state, and Rhode Island ain't either. So if I go to Rhode Island, I'm gonna see a mini New York. If you go to mini New York, mini New York, mini New York, all these states up here, all 5 of them together probably ain't bigger than New York. It's all New York. So why I'm gonna go to a state trying to be like New York when you really racist? You trying to be like New York, but you racist. Why I'm gonna go to that state? I'm gonna go to the Empire State where it's at. That's where it's at in New York. Upstate New York, New York City, all around the state. New York got problems just like anyone else, anywhere else. If you want to go to the South, go to Texas. That's where it's at. If you want to go to the West, why would you go to Oregon? Or why would you go to Washington? Because California, I haven't been out. I'm telling you, California run that whole West Coast, the state of California. New York runs the upper East Coast, and Texas is running that South. That's what it is. I just didn't see that. I thought Connecticut, there was something special about the state, but when I got here, I see that it's New York. That's why I wouldn't go to Jersey. That's why I wouldn't go to Jersey Shore. Like I said, one of my homegirls, she a white girl from Mississippi. She'll probably fit in good out there. But I know I wouldn't. Because I know what Jersey going to be. I see what Connecticut is. It's going to be the same thing. That's what Rhode Island going to be. That's what all those states, because they're not New York. They're not. I had issues with state troopers in New York. They was 10,000 times more professional than what y'all doing. I know they state troopers. What I'm saying is the city police department, bro, listen. Y'all first got to New York. I touched down in a city named Jamestown. Okay? It's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm parked in the middle of the road on city property, recording 3 or 4 in the morning. A police officer pulled up, Jamestown, New York, and he stopped. And, I'm kind of apprehensive because I didn't sue the police where I'm from. I don't know what's going on. But he like, man, chill, bro. That man sat out there with me for about 30, 45 minutes, cutting it up, chopping it up. Cool as a fan. Then I went across New York to Ithaca, the next city over. Not next city over, I'm sorry, like 3 or 4 hours. And I had with the police too. That's like the best police department, but they second to Portage, Michigan. Best interactions I ever had. I had the state police, a situation to where I had handcuffs put on me. Listen to me, state police and handcuffs. And I'm saying, even though in the situation, how it happened, that's still a hard case for me. They were very professional and all. And it's a hard case. They made a mistake so they could get sued. It's still on the table. It's still in my pocket. But what I'm saying, that stuff they doing out here, that's easy. I want you. I wasn't trying to sue New York. I ain't trying to sue in Tennessee. I wasn't trying to sue my home, even though they need it because of the stuff I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, but I'm saying in Connecticut, bro, I'm trying, I want you. Because the expectations for you is way lower than what I expected. It don't mean nothing. I'm still up here. Till I get my lawsuit done, I'll just bump over to the next state. I ain't going back to no Mississippi. That's a pipe dream till somebody pay some money. We done been through this. I don't care about nothing happened. I'm not going back there till somebody got some bread that you owe me. But what I'm saying, y'all, I just had higher expectations from Connecticut. Ty says, Bernie talking like a communist. Oh, Ty said Bernie a communist. Ty, how old are you, Ty? I would think that you like Bernie. Right? It would seem like younger people would like Bernie, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ty said, oh, he 38. Well, you ain't that old. You don't like Bernie Sanders? Ty, you think he like a communist, man? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I thought Bernie was kind of cool, man. I really did, man. I like the politicians. I don't have no problems with the politicians. Ty said Bernie a communist. God dang, y'all. I don't even know no Connecticut politicians. Besides the dude that AG was Bondi was threatening to prosecute, a senator, said he lied about his military service, Blumenthal or whatever. Other than that, I don't even know no Connecticut politician. I don't know who the governor is, no the senators, congressmen, nothing. And I got, as far as I don't know nothing to do with them. I don't care. I'm talking about what I see. They could blame it, y'all, on everybody else. Todd, Bernie might be whatever, but I'm saying what's in your community. I'm talking about what's in your community. Yeah, Mississippi racist and you racist too. Yeah, you racist too. Yeah, Alabama racist and you racist too. Go tell President Trump I said that you a racist. Tell him I said that. Yeah, Ghost over here saying the black people. He talking about people being racist. Yeah. What's this dude in here talking about black people for? Using the language black people. And you a Mexican. And he know I'm in the bathroom. Talking loud like that, bruh. And then when I came out, he had the wrong attitude, bro. Don't use language. So I'm not going to go in a public place saying white people, white people, white people. See, when you do that, you trying to start something. That's what you're doing. I'm not going to go in there talking about nothing or nobody. I'm going to try to stay in my lane and mind my business. If you step outside your lane, you better be stepping right. You can have as much disrespect as you want to for me. That don't mean nothing. What I care for? You just getting sued. They finna get sued. They on the phone. He on the phone listening to somebody saying a case closed that's open. She asking for a legal document that has nothing to do with the state of Connecticut, and it's on document that she asked me for that with the Connecticut letterhead in there, asking for a lawsuit document. But you done walk straight into a lawsuit. Y'all walking straight into, and they taking the state of Connecticut and the city police with them. They walking straight into it and don't care. They don't even care if you sue them. They be trying to give Ghost money, man. Go show up in the community. The community say we're gonna drop a bag for them. Real talk. I swear, because when that's all you doing is dropping the bag for me. I don't think they really trying to in Connecticut. I might be wrong, but that's all you finna do is drop a bag on the floor, and I'm gonna come right by you and pick you up, pick it up. You could get as mad as you want to. It could be whatever you want to do. I'm gonna come right by you and pick that bag straight up off the floor. Straight off the floor. Yeah, you got Yale. But I'm saying, why would you go to Yale with a bunch of stuck up and snotty and rude people? Your state full of rude people. I don't care about the rude people. It's more state than that. I'm telling you, Knoxville way better than y'all. Way better. It's hard for me to find a city. They got the girls. They got everything. The South. It's just the South. The South be doodling on y'all, bruh. Straight up. Listen, I ain't gonna say, bro, it's girl like New York City. I seen girl everywhere, but I'm saying Knoxville, bro, they on you. That's what I compare it to. Whenever I had a situation, y'all, in Knoxville, right? So that's what I compare that situation in Knoxville to Connecticut. And I'm just looking at them. Connecticut's a pretty state geographically, just like Tennessee is. But I'm saying my dealings with the Knoxville Police Department, maybe it's because I sued them so close to Mississippi, so they may be more up on game. I'm just saying my dealings with the Knoxville Police Department, what I'm saying is 1,000 times better than that. They professional, they ABCD. Connecticut, y'all need some training and some help. You need some help bad. I want to go into one of your superior courts and off that officer, I'm going to play what you said. Just watch what you say because I'm recording you now. And I'm going to play what you said for a judge. Now look, I'm gonna stay here and I'll bang with you. And then I'll leave your community and you'll have a lawsuit that you'll be fighting. And I'll never have to come back. Just like in Mississippi, I never have to come back. If I don't want to, how you gonna make me come back? I just would never come back. It won't hurt my feelings at all, I promise you. I don't care. Real talk, I don't care. When you ask me where I'm from, I tell people anyway, a lot of times Texas. So you say where I'm gonna end up at, bro, I could care less. I'm just not no community with people acting like that. I could care. And they act like that in New York. But bro, I really seriously, if New York went 4 hours away, like I know I'm gonna be back in New York, but I'm trying to be close to New York City. Because if it wasn't for New York City, that city I came from in New York, I'll stay there. That city's perfect for me. You got 100 waterfalls in a 20-mile radius. 100. And I went to 2 of them out of 100. Bro, look, in the park that I was in, look, so I'm on a park in Ithaca, and from the park, I just get on the road and run up the lake, okay? When I run up the lake, it's 2 parks that we could stream from. Gorgeous content. When I run up the lake, as I get up the lake, it's waterfalls everywhere. I could bring y'all content nonstop. It's waterfalls everywhere, just right there by the mountain. The mountain. No gates, no locks, no times, no nothing. The police would come over there. She'd see me in the park at 4 o'clock. She done did it 5 times. Po baby. She a little pretty police officer. She'll pull up there and she say, "Hey, Mr. Decent, you know you ain't supposed to be out here right now." She know I'm getting content, bro. She'll leave and don't leave and she'll skate off. No problems. I might say a word or two or something, but it's not gonna be perfect. Nowhere you go will be perfect. I recognize and realize that. But I'm saying out here, bro, to me is garbage. Straight trash. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dump on your state if it's garbage. I'm gonna dump on you. You riding around proud that you from Connecticut. Like have you left Connecticut? Cause I have. And I'm saying it's trash. From what I expected. I expected a lot different, bro. This state, I'd rather go to Michigan than here. Michigan. You'll see one of the famous YouTubers, y'all. I'm sorry about the connection. You'll see one of the famous YouTubers. He just gonna pop out here. And he'll pop out here for what? A day or 2, and then he'll be gone. But this community, man, I've been here for just a week. Ty, man, I appreciate you showing up, man. I appreciate you showing love. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be live again Monday at 7:30 a.m. Ty, there's so much video content from the tours, the We the People tour. You guys go check them out. It's 8 vlogs up, number 9 coming out on Tuesday. Got a lot of members-only content out there for you, Ty, for you to check out. Ty, I appreciate you coming in, stopping in, being a member of the channel, man. I hope you come in more, you know what I'm saying, and participate more, man. I got a lot of love for you. That being said, man, that's y'all time, man. If that's my time. If you guys don't know, I am a Christian, and I do believe in God. Like, I don't believe in the stuff they were saying. I believe a man should have a free will to be able to live. And we have a creator. I believe Jesus came to this earth to bleed and die on the cross for our sins, and I believe he saved our soul from hell. If you ask him and you accept his sacrifice as payment for your sins, I believe that, you know what I'm saying? Like, God is the way. I wake up every day in the morning, and the very first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I'm thankful to God. Not for waking up, for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day I wake up, I say, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Anytime I get into something that's bigger than me, I lay it at the feet of God. That's why I always win. Because God be with me, man. You know what I'm saying? That being said, man, that's my time, y'all. I'm out, man. Like, I just hope that you guys enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all stay safe. Ty, I appreciate you showing up, man. You showing love. Hope I see you in here again. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. But we'll be live all next week, pretty much covering news stories from like 7:30 a.m. to like to probably about 9:30 a.m. every single day. So I look forward to seeing y'all, man, in the stream, man, and I appreciate y'all showing up, man. Big ghostwriter, man. Happy weekend, guys. I'm out.